Sparkling stars soon reveal. Sparkling stars soon reveal. Shifting breeze, the ever will. Oh, that sentimental light, let the love consume you. In the night, but never the morning. Will the dreams aspire to keep it burning? Guard the fire for the hill, the feel, hold the hand and never let it go. For the heart, for the you and over the end of the you. Sunsets and silver, leaving dust, loving trails and chanting words. I say I do, but I'm in love with you. I can be with you. Falling in love with the only the silence is golden, believing it's true for the heart with the courage. You are the flame in my candle for the light for the darkness. The silver flowers to make my heart full. You were the butterfly, the break for the stomach for the day. For the butterfly, effectively before the day's gone. You were the star for the shimmering and the shine. For the eye to be the silence, and I can say I love you. And I know what it feels to you. So it makes me whole. It's like my heart forever. My paradise, my house is why. Mountains tall enough to go my silence. My love, most of all. Let it rush, falling, still standing on the edge. And it's clothes hanging on my side. Wind blows sweet and west, so I can find relaxation. Causing me to lean toward all around me for the ear, the voice whispers. For the nothing, the air, for the words, the eyes, I'm feeling with the hands, the breath, rapid, the ground, for my head, still, but the memories, for the doors, press against mine, baby, the sun, for the manner of the mind, the little matter, for the feeling, the forward, if I can fall in love with you, the most exit, the feeling, the never, the rush, not the exit, fine, the feeling, the light, heading up the line, flying, say I'm flying, there's nothing that can stop me now, for the hear the voice, and telling me who wants, I can find the news to get around, just to see the realize the underneath, the ones I can lay there, broken, hurt, crying, the cry for the means to let me live, and I can make another to make me fall in love with you, and have an intention to catch me, then you come along with an end to the brokenness, I can find that feeling to pick up my feet, for I know now I'm happy to find it for the wind that blows and find them on wings, and push me off to the edge, by this time I can brace myself, sign for the round to feel, for the getting in the hurt for the second time, for this be the third, for the fourth, for the five, for the recall, the rhyme, and I can hear the voice for the calling me, for the repetitive, for the way just the way I slowly from the final side, picture that for the times and how many hours, how many held you for the cry, for the tuck, and stuck by my side, for the no one else, and you can find the hurt, that for the day, for the whisper, why do you flirt, why you drift off to sleep with the one night, maybe the river, the other tip of the falling asleep with the holding me, for the yet again, for the doesn't want to be, for the brokenness, instead of that, for the arms, and you can lay your heart, here for the poem, here for the song, here for the rhythm, here for the dance, here for the listen to my heart, for the bromance, for the screaming of your name, for the eyes, and never fix the pain, for the love, that never disappear, for the way, for the words, to save me, even let go, and I can find that for the love you grow, maybe the gently on with the face of the bit in the mind of your ways, tears left me in a place with a wide thing in my cheeks, I always knew that I could find a way someday, for the way, for the headed away, for the caught off guard, for the maybe despised, maybe the captivating in the real, for the when I look into your eyes, and I should see the true good, for the perfect gift, for the brother, for the talent, for the intelligence, for the maybe the negligence, finding perfect enough for the perfect, maybe the imperfect with the person perfectly good enough for the flaws and view of the eyes. When you're upset enough for the wrinkle of time, wrinkle the same for this to be the brain, for the moon, for the no, for the journey, for the shore, for the nothing to do, for the wounded, the planet, for the sacred, enough for the scare, broken heart, heartbroken for the sacred, maybe the scare for the thought, for the losing you, maybe about the end for the you could be the manifestation for the better perfect. I believe for this to be the best treasure, hurt for the heart, for the saying enough for the ground. Tomorrow's going to be God is only one who knows who know that like a thief for the night for the treasure, my heart for the one that you wanted my whole life to complete. I find that feeling for the truth, just because I know the past and doesn't belong to the close brother, but I have ever to the first time. I can find something celebrate the time you know you're mine, so the bringing us together for the beautiful time. I can find that for the patient wait, day, wait, precious moment, time to find for the right thing to say. It's your word for the one for the forever, for the numbers, it doesn't matter, for the precious is new, beautiful enough for the precious day, for the people who look into your eyes and say, I love you again. Sparkling star, soon shifting breeze, the ever will. If that sentimental light, let the love consume. In the night, never will the dreams aspire to keep it real. Guard the fire for the hill, feel the hold the hand that never let it go, for the heart for the you know for the broken, the amber. Sunsets and sills and leaving dust, trails and chanting words. I say I do, for I'm in love with you. I can be with you. Falling in love with the only the silence is golden, believing it's true for the heart, for the curring of you. You are the flame in my candle, for the light, for the darkness of the room, for the scented flowers to make my heart full, for the balloon, for the you were the butterfly, the flick for the stomach for the day, for the butterfly effect for the before the day is gone. You are the star for the shimmering and the shine, for the eye to be together silence, and I can say I love you, but enough of what does it mean to you? So it makes me whole, excite my heart forever. My paradise, my ocean's wide, mountains tall enough for the golden silence, and my love most of all for the most. Whatever it was for the falling, but still standing on the edge, and this toes hanging off the side. Wind blows sweetly, rustling over where I can find relaxation, causing me to lean toward void. All around me for the ear, the voice whispering, beautiful to never, with the hair, for the close of the eyes, to the feeling with the hand, for the knee, that the wrapping around me, for the head is filled with the memory, for your lips.
pressed against mine. Maybe the sound is for the manner for the mind. You the little matter for the mood, but the feeling and falling. I can fall in love with you. The most legs of the feeling for the devil rush. Not the exit fine. You're gonna make me lightheaded and left and flying. Flying, say I'm flying. There's nothing that can stop me now. But to hear the voice is telling me the ones and I can find the leaves to hit the ground. This is seen to materialize it underneath the ones and I can lay there, looking hurt, trying, keep it dry for the means of letting me live. And I can think of over the world, you can make me fall in love with you. You have an intention to catch me. Then you come along for the man and for the wilderness. I can find that for the woman to help my feet. Before I know it, I'm on top of the building. You can find it for the wind that blows in the bottom wings and push me off to the edge. By this time I can brace myself. It's time to draw on the field. Getting in the verb for the second time. For this was the third, for the fourth, for the fifth, for the recall, for the rhyme. And I can hear the voice really calling me for the bird. Better for the witches slow air. I slowly for the finest side. Picture that for the times and how many hours. How many held you with the cry for the touch. Been struck by myself for the no one else and you can find I heard. That for the day for the whisper. Why do you flirt? Why you drift off to sleep with the one night? Wipe it to remember the other tip of the falling asleep with the holding people. Yet again for the doesn't want to be for the brokenness. Instead of that for the arms and you can lay your heart. Here for the poem. Here for the song. Here for the rhythm. Here for the dance. Here for the listen to my heart for the romance. For the screaming of your name. For the I see never fix the pain. For the love that never disappear. For the way for the words to save even to let go. And I can find that for the love you grow. And maybe the gently on with the face of the pen and the mind under your waist. Tears left me. Love you because I love you. I go from loving to not loving you. I do not love you because I love you. I go from loving to not loving you. I do not love you because I love you. I go from loving to not loving you. Waiting is not waiting for you. I love you because you're the one I love. Hate you deeply and hating you. Been to you for the measure of the change of love for you. It's that I do not see for the but love for you blindly. Maybe, May, with January light will consume my heart until it's cruel. Maybe the rate for the stealing my key to true calm. This is a part of the story with a narrative. Who dies and this will be the one. And I would die for the love because I love you. Because I can have fire in my blood. It was everything that burned for the rising of the phoenix and I still burns and stain. This is a dream girl for the come one day for the wave of love. Tender is due for the final rain, for the time, for the sun will be your skin, for the purple, the breezing and murmuring of speech. I have opposed and have the follow. You be the grace that will comfort your slim. Express arm for the poise of your head, for the sculpture that's caught my number, for the one that's spoken, for the shoulder of the neck. Face that for the thyroid gland. Many for the sky, for the delicate choice. This for the change, for the cloud, for the blue and the flimmering sun, for the may not come. I have that girl of the dream for the root and I pass as the world goes by. Take for the looking up for the eyes and I can find the hope. This will be the memory for the day, for the memorial. Celebratory. Told. Out of my mind. Maybe I'm the nymph. Maybe the uncertain that undoes me for the fair, for the unkind, for the lesson, for the wonder, for the nature, for the be designed, for the grief, for the heart. Joy my eve in the cups of the flame, of the neck for die. High for the mouth, for the her mouth. Whence did it came? Ah, blue leaf rose. Is it the beauty for the blush and the smell, for the rose, for the love, for the destiny, for the attending of the will, for the wounds and the look, for the frown, for the she can kill, for the desperate love, for the hope and the no redress. I find that beauty for the rigor, for the excess, and this will be the city live when we meet for the kiss. I see this for the love. We see this when we must unconfine it. Why they dawned it with the she loop with that together, we'd be buried without for the Valentine, without for the Ryan that's pen, without for the luminous eye. And this shall find your sweet name for the nestling lies upon that page. We're avidly for the reader, for the divine, for the talisman, for the you can find the worst, for the maybe the good luck, for the trivialous point, for this to be the labor, for this to be the goal of the end, not for the eye, for the eye, for the art to say. I cannot for that say, merely for the comprehended, the plot, for the I can find a leaf for this, where appearing, I assimilating the soul for the life, for this to be the eloquent words, finding, uttering, in hearing yourself, for the eye could be the synonym for the truth, it would not read the riddle. You do what you, the best you can do. for that I could be only for you, for this I could be the mistress, or nothing like that for the sun. For this to be the eyes like coral for the far, for the reading of your lips. I hair to be the wise and wear the wire for the fine, for the half seen, for the roses, the diamonds and mask. This is the real for the such roses, see in the cheeks. This to be the perfume for the more, for the life of the smell, for the utterance of the senses, for the mysteries of the reek. This is the death of the breath, for the breathing, the find the rate, the music to have your more, for the pleasing of the sound. I grant that I never saw the goddess and go. Maybe the mouth of the mistress in the miracle world and tread on the ground for the this to be the heaven for the love, for the red enough for the believing. False, compare. I could find a pair with duality. Or it was a duo. It was a spiritual, for the love to me, for the not to be not, for the except that for the seeking, only for the love for her smile. Look up, speak gentle, trick your thoughts, not for the fall in the well. Well, mine enough for the well, for the broth of sense. Pleasant and easy in such day for this to change your, never for the world that you're bringing out, for the dare pity for the wicked. I can find the cheeks, this is smearing. Creature that might not find that word to weep. Forget the wheat for the board. And come back for the long, for this what's in store, for the love for me, for thy sake, for the evermore, for that you can find the eternity. I and your sharing between you for the smell and your seaweed. Wait for the journey, for the waters and the stars too, with the suffocating for the air, for the tempest of the grain. You have that for the water lighting to divide us and find around the sleeping and sleeping and sleep speak for the margin. You'll find it immediately for the village when you can fire the fire. Or precipitate for the never, the incarnation for the never be nothing but the light in the dark again, but the eye can glass between your pillar. Prime when night does touch the best with the senses. You are for not to be the senseless. Margin is where you stand, lay I find myself one predicament enough to the falling, and maybe I fell in love. The impact, it was more than silence, gold thought for that, the feeling in my mind, the believing it's true for the thoughts of the cure of you, for only if she knew. And a special way for the turn of a terrible day, for the make it better, for the bad goods and go the way for the this be the second she says, hey, I find what's astray, painting the love with words and calm the wind. Tunes of flowers that bring those little buds and caressed by the dew for the sending pretty thoughts, or maybe it was more tangible than that. The completion of what you can find for the natural habitat, for this to be the find the crashing and the heart intertwined, for the bliss of this to be the breeze, for nothing whether you can embrace it with the bell, move for the beam of the veil, dwell on the dance and to paint the colors of the romance, beauty for the you are that love language. How do you speak? Faint, flushed upon the cheek with fury, for the averted eye you speak. Downing pulses in your eight emotions, find the strange to bar from there. Vain channels that disturb the course of dawn when you swift that force. How do you find your love to speak? That love speaks. How does it find avoidance for what you can see? Sudden silence and reserve that when near eye glistens with the unfinished and unashed tear. Used to be the joy for the seam, the counterpart for the fearing. Once you find the names of the Greek, it's a godlike guess. Love to speak for the proud spirit you suddenly grow, for the making and the resemblance of the fine eyes trace fair. Beyond the face of this be the grace to find the lips that could get more disciple for the love to speak. Wild words. Others seem weak enough, it's shrinking of what you can strike with a glance. Swift with the flashing of an eye, high enough to deep for the soul stillness. One, this will be your impassioned tide, sweet beat through the throbbing veins in between the shore. The life of the pain for the visibility, the embracing for the convulsive, with the rapture of the kiss and you speak. What do you speak of? Who do you speak to? To where I belong. These words converted to the song, finest left for the tears of the lost and lost. And although I wanted to be for the cannon, for the live that noon, for the snowflake and the sleep, for the love you can find you still for the spirit, beautiful and bright. Long to be for the life, for the loss of the life, for the plunge and me deep in the love. To my sense until we be deaf and blind for this we together to consider. I can find the caper and the rushing of the wind. You are gone far off, not even for the day, because you don't know how to say it for the day is long. Be waiting for you for the emptiness of the station of the train, so you can park that for the silver house so you can see. Get that sleep out of your eyes, and does it make them understand the redundancy? Drive for the anguish from the wheel, run together for the smoke that can roam, for the tone, the divine, the drifting of the choking in the lost heart, for the silhouette, for the dissolving of the beach, and you can find the islands that flutter into the empty distance, and where do you find a second for the deer? Woman, you've gone too far from the wandering mazily over the earth, asking yourself to come back, and would you leave till you hear yourself dying? Don't you want to do something about that? To linger the hunger for the secret. sleep loud. Hunger for the pale stone for the picking up the eating your skin over the summer, over the epic and facing the eating, bleeding the shades of over your lashes. You're hungry, enjoy our life with the honey. You not for the heart of the distance, the bearing of the ritual. I crave your mouth, your voice, your hair, silent, starving, proud. Through the streets, bread is not nourishment. Dawn disrupts me. I hunt for the liquid measure of your step. Hunger for the sleep life you have. Hands of the color for the savage of a harvest. Hunger for the pale stones in your fingernail. I want to eat your skin for the whole arm and enough for the one that eats the sunbeam for the flaring your lovely body. I find the sovereign notes of your epic effect for the one that eats the feeling shade for your lash. Taste your hunger, sniffing your twilight, hunting for you. Have a hot heart for this and be the parents and I can spare. Measures of your step, I miss you. It was not miscalculated for this to be not hard to find a venue for this to be the math. Advice to the girl, worth possessing, quite possessed. That for the laying of the heart, for the young and aching over the dear, for the love, for the truth, for this to be the heart, for the precious stone lay back on that cheek, for the hiding of the tear, for the what it be like a crystal, for the when you're alone, for the gazing of the death, for the icy stone, for the moon, for the look alone, for the be blessed enough for the one that possessing. Charge yourself for the quite possessed. You are. My heart and in your possession, somewhere I have not traveled, somewhere not for the glad of beyond, maybe for the eyes of your silence, most for the frail, for the gesture, which is enclosed, which cannot be, because you're not near enough for the slightest to look, for the even enclosed me, for the closing of my eyes, and I can find that was open by the pedal for the pedal myself, over the spring ocean, open the wish to be the close mind, me, close me, I want to find my life and shut the very beautiful, I can find that with the heart, but just be the cloud, imagine snow carry for the everywhere descending, for you can be nothing but you can receive for the world with the equals, the power for this is quantum physics, only around the perimeter for the divine itself lost to this reality. Infinity for the finite for the rendering, there's the feather for the each breathing. Now I know what it is about you. Close it open to something and over the understanding the voice in the eyes is deeper enough for the all for the roses. And nobody even know where the hands to ring. Who has a small hand to grasp and who has to change? Maybe it was a goal for the loves coming for the warriors, for this was the class, the arms and the bigger for the other brother for the call, for this to be the hero, all for this to be the wood, the blaze, and the sun for the road like that person the claim inspired. Sweet for the damp for the limiting, the aiming of the falling night. Down in that there's like the word for the dream of the gaze and the strange and bold eye. Wake up to the heart for the sun, for the glow, for the family will face it, the film on your grace. Friend she used to know. She had a dawn, dream that for the coming. Stir her soul for the ocean, stirred by the wild storm, strife. This a brought balm for the heavenly calm. Peace which crowned her life.
Always in you now. If you choose not to be in the past, the future, pass it away. Does anybody remember you spoke to? I found totally named time. If there's anyone to utter that kindly word to you, give that cheerful greeting for the friend who came. Vanished after the throne, you came the rest along the way. For this to be the mighty, for grateful the deed, for the what you do today, for the say the night, for the parting with the day, for the sleeping fasting up to help the violent brother, the passing, the rejoicing over what you said. Hopes were fading now, for the courage to look. Wasted day for the loser, well enough for the sword to spin, for the trial, for the kindness and the scar, for this contempt, for you can find the slumbering for the ways that you think, well, but God say for the earning one more tomorrow, and if you would do it today, did it. Be the place and time you permitted. Finding emptiness and after the note, the obvious differences in the human family. Some of us are serious and some thrive in the comedy, declaring lives and lives to live for truth, profanity for the claim. They live their reality for the varieties of this game of tone. Confused views and light throughout the heart lazy where I find the perfect blue light to sell the party 7 seasons to stop the rain. Once to the world for the yet to come a man for the time back I find that rhythm every gem you can see it in chicken with the shame. Everything's different. Features your job, love to think. Quiet for the different thoughts and lines side by side with you find education and success that's born and die. Mind in ways you differ for the major root. You can find the same for the note for the oblivious, and maybe the obvious differences between you for the start and you enter for the more for the light, for the disability and the light for the disability, or more than we can find the start. Drive your ambition. Steer clear. Pursue your happiness. And yourself the bit for the pole. Live for God's may be for the honorable soul for the clutch of your circumstance. I'm not winch for the cry, for the lie, for the under belonging, for the chance to have the head is bloody, for the unbound. Beyond the place of the ride, for the tear, for the lose, your hope with the shape, for the menace of the year, for the find the shades of this shall find me unafraid, for the matter, for the not to be straight to the gate, for the chart, for the punishment of the scroll, for the masters of my faith, for the I can cap for my soul. There we belong. Find an elegy in that song. It's written up with the sweet manifold spirit, love, filled the ring, slightly died, the cause of ancient forms apart, find the strife, faith, for this coast, trying to time, more to run. For the narrowing and lust, the riches of the valley, the man for the large heart, for the kindly enough, for the ring of the darkness of the land, who finds Christ is to be in, crucified, resurrected through me, so I may live through me, may be in me, live through me. There's no reason for the apologies. The act is an unknown past, the man is setting in you, the passengers they passed to you, twisted lies. I don't need to be right. 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 Need to get right to stand on my own. I don't never knew what it was considered. You always knew now. Choose not to be in the past. Pass it away from anybody remember you spoke. I felt totally named time. There's anyone to utter that kind of word to you. Give that cheerful greeting for the primitive king. Me right. Vanished after the throng, came to rest along the way. Just to be reminded for great for the deed, for the did what you do for the day, for the sake of the night, for the party with the day, for the sleep, fast enough to have the violent brother, the passing of the choice of over what you said. Hopes were fading out of the courage of the wasted day for losing. What enough for the sword to spend for the trial, with the kind of thing to scar with this for intent. If you can find a slumber for the ways you can think. But God sake for the earning one more tomorrow. Left you do today, you did it. Need to be right. Place of time you committed. Need to be right. Finding intimacy not for the note, the oblivious. Obvious differences in the human family. Some of us are serious and some thrive in the comedy for the declaring lives, and theirs to live for the true profanity for the claim. They really live their reality for the varieties of their skin and tones. And confused to be mused in light and not depart the base of blind to find the purple, the blue, the white for the sailed upon the seven seas to stop the land. Wonders of the world for the yet to come a man for the time that I find that for the marriage and you can see it into rid of the shame. Never twins different. Features your job, loves to think. Quiet for the different thoughts and lines side by side for you can find an engagement in the moment. Success of that for the born and dying. Mind in ways you differ for the major review. You can find the same for the no for the oblivious. And maybe the obvious differences between you for the starting your engine for the more for the light for the disability, the unlike for the disability, or more than we can find this stuff. Drive your ambition. Steer clear. Pursue your happiness. Fly yourself the bit for the pole. God's may be for the honorable soul for the clutch of your circumstance.